of New Jersey. Adequate notice of this meeting of the Hillsborough Township Board of Education was provided on April 13th, 2023 to the Hillsborough Beacon and the Courier News. May we please take roll?
Mr. Davis? Ms. Jackson?
Here.
Mr. Kidd? Ms. Lanning-Beater? Mr. Lee?
Here.
Ms. Nurse?
Here.
Ms. Stats?
Here.
Ms. Trujillo?
Here.
And Mr. Meridian.
Here, we have a quorum. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America,
and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with justice for all. All right, tonight we have a very abbreviated meeting. We will move right to comments from the public. We have one session. We very much welcome input from the board during board meetings. There are usually two 30-minute periods of time where the meeting will be open for public comment, where members of the public are invited to comment, which they may do if they're attending in person. During this public comment period, members of the public may comment on any school or school district issue that a member of the public feels may be of concern to the residents of the school district as per bylaw 0167. Before you state your comment, you will be asked to provide your name and address. There's a 3-minute limit on public comment. Please understand that our public forums are not structured as question and answer sessions, but rather are offered as opportunities to share your thoughts with the board. In instances where the board believes there's a misunderstanding or inaccuracy, the board president or superintendent will address the comment. There may be times that a member of the public makes a comment or asks a question about personnel or hiring decisions. Kindly note that the Open Public Meetings Act and the privacy rights of public employees encompassed therein do not permit the board to discuss personnel issues in public session. So once again, public comment is open. So please feel free to come up and speak if you would like.
Good evening. My name is Lisa Santangelo from Wrightington Township. The State Board of Ed recommended guidelines to the school's district regarding the transgender policy. Your school adopted those guidelines, excluding parental consent where other schools did not. Why would you support excluding parents from a life-altering decision which has not been substantiated by any evidence-based research? Since when is it okay to discuss sexual attitudes and behaviors with minors behind closed doors without parents' knowledge? Did you know that one school reported a 12-year-old girl was affirmed by her school without her parents' knowledge and tried to hang herself twice in the school bathroom? And a 5th grade girl who was also affirmed by her school started to draw pictures of killing herself. This is happening all over our country. This non-scientific research was started by Alfred Kinsey and John Money. These men conducted unethical experiments on children to the point where no one in their right mind would even try to replicate these today. The comprehensive sex ed and gender ideology stems from Kinsey using infants as young as 4 months old to support his hypothesis that all children are sexual beings and therefore should be treated as such. His heinous research manually stimulated these children by enlisting pedophiles from prison as participants. Sounds outrageous, right? But yet all of what is happening falls on this research. Same with John Money. Scientific evidence has not shown that affirmation treatments are beneficial to children. Any research to date making these claims is not scientifically reliable, but rather there is now evidence of harmful impact. Consequently, we now have over 18 states banning minor affirming treatment. This also supports Dr. Levine, a gender dysphoria expert who states that true gender dysphoria presents in prepubescent males, not females, and if these males get proper counseling, over 90% of the cases resolves itself. Why aren't we following this real data? Senator Zwicker just introduced Bill 3592 into the New Jersey Senate, stating that if parents don't affirm their children, along with the schools and children's wishes, the states will remove this child from the home. You need to start asking yourselves, why are we doing this? Could it be that each child represents an estimated 1.5 million price tag for gender transition? I will be emailing all of the supporting data and research discussed. I am requesting that you either amend this policy to require parental consent or send me your evidence-based data that supports this is beneficial. The board's job is to ensure that policy supports the well-being of our children. Just because you were given guidelines doesn't mean you have to follow them. Excluding parents is not a mandate, it's not a law. How do you reconcile getting a permission slip for a field trip but a girl can be a boy or vice versa and keep that information from the parents. If you choose to do nothing, your inaction will show you support this policy as is. If you choose not to send your supporting data, that will be glaringly noted. When a situation like I described arises, you will be on record as having chosen to do nothing to help our children and parents. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your comment. Anyone else like to come up and have a comment?
I didn't prepare anything to speak tonight, but I can't let those comments go unresponded to. First of all, I'm not sure why somebody from Reddington is complaining to the Hillsborough School Board. My name is Tiffany Neal. I'm a Hillsborough school parent and public health professional. And I don't have all the data printed out in front of me, but I do know that transgender youth and adults have about a 50% rate of attempting suicide. And it's worse when you do prevent them from getting treatment they need, prevent them from getting these affirmations that she's saying like they're a bad thing. And as for the school sex ed policy, there is an opt-out policy already. So any parent who is not comfortable with their child getting that information, they can opt their kid out. But I just needed to respond to those hateful remarks. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Yeah, I mean, the intention of this was budgetary comments, but it's public comment. You can, I guess, comment what you'd like. Are there any others that would like to make public comment? All right, seeing none, we'll close public comment, and I'll open up to the board if there's any board members that would like to make any comment before we close the meeting. All right, seeing none, we'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.